Welcome to the Day 6 challenge. Today, I would like to talk about emotion, especially focusing on motivation. So, we set the aim or intention about what kind of performance we want to have. And the key is whatever we have in our mind will affect the outcome. For example, if you are desiring to perform without mistake, you inevitably visualizing mistake. So then you attract mistake in your performance. If you don't want to be negatively judged by audience, you're visualizing negative judgment. Then you attract the incident to provoke negative judgment from audience. So these are examples of fear-based motivation. The characteristic of the fear-based motivation is stating the goal in negative sentences. So like without mistake or don't want to be. So my advice is to state your goal or your outcome in positive sentence. For example, instead of stating to perform without mistake, say to perform wonderfully or perform beautifully. Instead of don't want to be judged, state want to experience joy of music with audience. Positive statement can deliver much more desirable outcome in performance and affect audience with overall positive energy coming out of you as a performer. The energetic field you create is as important, if not more, as actual music outcome. Probably some of you think like, okay, so setting the positive aim or setting the intention in a positive sentence and then everything goes well, but actually if an accident happens and things don't go as we want, what can we do? So yeah, this is a very realistic concern. But if we start worrying about this, we start visualizing accident and problems, then we actually attract them. So it's kind of difficult, right? But however, if you expect things will go perfectly well, as long as we set intention with a positive sentence, that's not also good because you start creating the very strong expectation, and such expectation is a precursor to disappointment. The disappointment on yourself during the performance is a huge obstacle and that undermines your intention and especially confidence. So my suggestion is always being ready to face something unexpected in performance. So no matter how positively you state your intention, something unexpected may happen because of the law of accident. So when something potentially disturbing your performance happens, accept and embrace it. Then deal with it. In that moment, if you start indulged in negative emotion and rejecting what it is happening at the moment, you lose a chance to complete your intention, that is sharing the joy of music with the audience. So even if your music get a few scratch because of the accident, keep your energetic field positive and beautiful. If you can do that, you can bridge the interval or the difficult moment in the performance to complete your intention, that is sharing the joy. In my experience, I always encounter some moment of danger. Like I feel like, oh, this section is difficult. So I'm wondering I can go through this phrase today without any mistake or some worry. Or anyway, it's kind of, you know what I'm talking about. You feel like a little bit of discomfort and a kind of semi-panic things happen because of your past experience or the difficulty of the pieces or whatever. So no matter how well I'm prepared, I encounter this type of moment of danger. But fortunately, I can keep danger or feeling of danger from becoming actual disaster by dealing with it properly. However, I might get some scratches, a little bit small cuts in the process, but it's okay. That's a part of our music journey. This is like passing the stream, crossing the road. The walking across the stream is much more dangerous and much more uncomfortable compared to walking on the road. It requires more attention and awareness, and you have to be more careful. But it's totally possible to reach the other side of the stream without being taken by the stream, right? So when I practice, I try to build the habit of accepting and embracing the moment of danger. And that moment, I try to reassemble my attention and awareness and remember my initial intention of sharing joy through music, and then go through with discomfort, some discomfort, until reaching the other side of the stream. And once I reach to the other side of the stream, in a way, when I go through this feeling of danger, and then music starts flowing naturally again. So I have a few moments of this, like it's like going through the very narrow path or going through with a lot of friction. But once you go through there, you have a natural flow of music again. And in a certain point, you may have a similar point. You have a lot of friction, but still, it doesn't last forever. It's a certain period of time you experience, and then you go through that, the natural flow comes back. So just keep accepting and deal with it, and then try to get to the other side. If I practice for avoiding mistake and accident in performance, in other words, I try to prepare myself to be able to perform making any mistakes or making any accident. My expectation will be always betrayed anyway. And then betrayal on my expectation lead to disappointment and make the danger develop into the real disaster, which means completely undermine the flow of music. So I need to remember music is for joy. So we play music for experiencing joy, and especially we performer share the music with audience, and that means we share the joy of music. If we are not experiencing joy, how can we share joy with the audience through our music? So today's advice is state your intention with positive sentence and prepare to accept the unexpected and deal with it in a moment. And overall, we need to enjoy playing harp. And the energetic feel you are providing around the performance is as important, if not more, as the actual music outcome. So you are not just sharing the music, you are sharing the experience and the energy you are emanating. So enjoy playing harp.